And welcome back to my channel, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for viewing this video. And I guess you would like to stop wasting your time, that's why you got so interested in this video, but thank you anyways. But first and foremost, let me just tell you that I wasn't able to upload a new video for the past 2 weeks, and I know there are two of you who missed me. And let me just be honest that I wasn't able to upload any video because for the past 2 weeks, because I had been so hooked up with TikTok. And yes, you heard it right, I also have a TikTok account, so you can follow me. Just simply look for at Single Mind YT in TikTok. So for all TikTokers out there, you may also follow me in TikTok. This video is highly dedicated to the people who are Christians and Catholic who are celebrating right now Easter. So I made this video Easter Sunday of 2020, and this is the first Holy Week that the whole Catholic Church was not able to celebrate their usual traditions in terms of celebrating the Holy Week because of the pandemic or the COVID-19 that struck the whole world. And up to now, during the video of this episode, COVID-19 is still within the countries or within the world, and everybody's still fighting for it. So I guess we all need to pray for this pandemic to stop. But nonetheless, let's go back to the business, or stop wasting your time. These are just simply compilations. I know I'm not really somebody that you can that is really famous, and I'm not really that influencer, but I'm really making this kind of video because somehow there are 9, 10, 11, 12, 15 people who are viewing this. Maybe they are just viewing this by accident, but I don't really believe in things that happen because of an accident. Everything happened because of a reason, and there is always a cause to that effect. So I always believe that you are here because of a reason, and you would like to know something, and I'm saying this not because of accident also, but because I'm prompted to do so. And these are the things that I've learned throughout the Holy Week, and I just want to document them, and I just want to share them worldwide. So the first thing, how do I get the message? How do I feel that it's really the right message? Because it's been recurring. There were movies that I watched during the Holy Week after all the contemplation and reflection and meditation, and these are the movies that I watched. They are the Iron Man, Dumbo, and X-Men. Of course, you're familiar with all these movies. Iron Man is a very famous movie. Dumbo is not the animated one, but the life brought to life movie, the real elephant, and not the animated one. And X-Men, Dark Phoenix, to be exact. That's the movie I watched. So what did I learn from this? And I think these are the things that made me connect them to the Holy Week, or the passion, the passion, the death, and the rising and coming to life again of Jesus Christ. So first and foremost, what did I learn? The first lesson that I've learned is that there was this one scene from Iron Man, and he was saved by this guy named Jensen. And when Jensen was about to die, Tony Stark said, "You saved me." So I think from that point, I think if we will try to connect it with the celebration of the Holy Week, we Christians, we are talking about the passion and the death of Jesus Christ, wherein He saved us. He saved us even if we are not really deserving to be saved, and even if He doesn't even know us, and He is not even related to us in a way, but still, considering that we are the creator, or we are the creations of His Father, He just still managed to save us and offer His life for our salvation. So that is what Jensen did to Tony Stark, so that Tony Stark can continue his life, so that he can have the chance to change, and so that he can have the chance to do something better and more improved than what he usually does with his life, Jensen saved him. That's why Tony Stark said, in that scene, "You saved me." Which brings me to the next lesson that I learned throughout the Holy Week. Jensen said and replied, "Please stop wasting your life." So when Tony Stark said, "You saved me," Jensen said, "Please stop wasting your life." I guess that's another connection, which is the resurrection of Jesus this Holy Week. Wherein, okay, we were saved, we Catholics and Christians were saved, and he was crucified, died, and now he has risen. But that does not necessarily mean we need to go back to the usual things that we do, the common sins that we do, and we need to stop. We need to change for the better, and we need to stop wasting our lives. We were saved because, just like what I've said, Tony Stark was saved because so that he can continue with a better mission, with a better purpose, and so that he will be able to change society for the better and his life for the better, for that matter. And that is also the same thing that Jesus, I guess, wants me to do. I am not exempted to that. I am saved because I need to stop wasting my time and my life, because I need to do something. I need to do something better, not only for myself, but also for my family, for the people who are close to me, and to society. We are given this life not so as not to waste it. I remember one time I made a video and I said there that if you were born poor, that's not your fault. But when you die poor, then that is your fault, because you already know your circumstances, you already know your problems, you already know your challenges, and yet you were not able to do something to circumvent them, to solve them, and to overcome them. Then that is no longer the problem of our Creator. That's already our problem, because we were given a choice, but we did not choose wisely. So I guess that's the second lesson. Let me stop wasting my life. May I use my potentials, my talents, so that I can improve, and so that I can improve one day at a time, individuals, society, and perhaps before I go back to my Father's kingdom, then I would have changed for the better the society I live in. The third lesson that I learned through the movie Dumbo and this Holy Week is we need to learn to fly. We know that flying is only for the birds and for people who have wings, but I'm not literally asking you to fly, or the Lord is not asking us to literally fly, because that is impossible. But what I can draw from that is that the Lord is simply telling me, and I am telling you now, that we have potentials for greatness. We were created for greatness. We were created to become better. We are created to create something better, and to create something that is useful, significant, and valuable, not only to yourself, not only to your family, but to society and the world. I guess flying means you just have to know your potential, and you just have to use them wisely. We are all created equally. I know that, and I believe in that. No one here was created with too many eyes. No one here, and you would agree with me that no one here were created with 3 arms, 3 hands, 3 feet, three nostrils, and 2 mouths. No one. We were all created equal. However, the equality comes with the fact that we are not using them equally, or the same way that we need to use them. We need to use our potentials the way that they are supposed to be used. Like for example, for me, I think I was given the talent or the gift of communication, the gift of articulating things, and the gift of dissecting and discerning things, so that I can impart information. I can impart and help people how to validate information, and I can communicate to people of things that are of significant to them, and not fake news, and not malicious reports, and not libelous articles, not libelous information. So I think that is my potential, and I need to harness that potential so that I can fly, and I can help other people to fly with me as well. Because that is always the greatest purpose. That is also the next thing that we should remember, that when we fly, we don't really need to fly alone. We need to make sure that everybody else around us will fly with us, because it's very lonely to be up there, because our purpose is not only for us to be glorified, and we're not even supposed to be glorified in honor, but we're also supposed to bring other people up, especially those who cannot even realize their potential. And I think that is what I can get from the movie Dumbo, Learn to Fly. Use your potential, identify your potential, and believe that your potentials can bring you to the fourth thing that I've learned from Dumbo is that, the movie Dumbo, is that she can't be separated from the mother. Dumbo is a young elephant taken away from his mother, or her mother. And I think that is also one thing that we need to remember. We were saved so that we stop wasting our lives, so that we can learn to fly and maximize our potentials. But this should not be giving us the pride. It should not be giving us the arrogance. It should not make us worse. In fact, these things that are done to us, that we were saved, that we need to stop wasting our lives, and we need to maximize our potential. This would only mean that we need not to separate ourselves from the ground. We need to be humble. We need to make sure that we are still connected to our values. We are still connected to our family. And I think the mother represents our family, our values, our roots, our origin, because there are a lot of people who succeed, and yet they don't remember who they are, where they came from, and they don't even recognize their past. Let us not forget our origin, our roots, our past made the person who we are today, and will certainly make us the person that we will be in the future. So I guess one of the things that I need to remember out of the Holy Week is this, that I don't need to be separated from my mother. I don't need to be separated from my values. I don't need to be separated from the ground. I don't need to be separated from my past, and I should never forget who I was, because that will actually lead me from where I need to go and where I need to take people. So that is something, and that is the fourth one that I've learned from the movie Dumbo and this Holy Week, and that is we should not be separated from our mothers who let us be grounded. Let's not forget the past. Let's not forget our origins. Let's not forget our families, people that have helped us. Let's not forget about them, and let's not be arrogant. I hope you're still enjoying, and just in case, before I give you the last lesson that I've learned, if you're not subscribed yet, please do subscribe to this channel, and if you like this video, please do give it a thumbs up. And if you feel that there is a person that needs to hear this, then please don't hesitate to share it. And the fifth one that I've learned from the movie X-Men, I'm reading because I have a codico. I don't really use script, but I have here some outlines some outlines. So you can also do that when you make your own video. Don't use scripts because sometimes you forget, but bullets you don't. and you just have to stick to your bullets. And here is the fifth lesson that I've learned out of the movie X-Men Dark Phoenix, and I learned that during the Holy Week. And by the way, for those who don't know, Holy Week 2020 is something that is different from the past Holy Weeks that I had, because this is a time wherein COVID-19 is within my country is in lockdown, and we as Christians and Catholics were not able to celebrate the usual Holy Week that we do. And this is the first time in my entire existence that I celebrated Holy Week in a very different way, and I celebrated it and in the comfort. Here is the fifth lesson that I've learned this Holy Week, and I got it from the movie Dark Phoenix. So it says there, you are not broken. I think the scene was Professor Xavier is talking to the young Jean, and Jean was telling that she needs fixing, and Professor X said, you don't need fixing because you're not broken. And that got me into thinking that we were saved so that we will stop wasting our life, so that we will be able to realize our fullest potential, so that we can fly and achieve greater heights. But we should not also be forgetting our roots, our past, and the person who we are, because really we are not really broken. Although we have dark pasts, we have mistakes, we have sins that we have committed, but those, for me, and you may disagree with me, or perhaps the better people may disagree with me, but I must say that mistakes and sins did not break us. In fact, if we learned from them, if we just realized something from them, they made us better people. They completed us. Imagine if we did not fall. How can we rise? If we did not if we did not commit any mistake, how can we correct ourselves? How are we going to realize that this is wrong and this is right? And how can we make a decision better from the previous decisions that we had if we did not make any mistakes? We sin, yes. And I'm not saying that sinning is right. I'm not saying that committing mistakes is right. And I'm not saying that it's nice to fall and to fail. I'm not saying that entirely, but these things are unavoidable. No one's perfect. We sin. We give in to temptations, but that does not make us broken. That actually completes us, because every time that we commit mistakes and we learn from them and we never do them again, we become better individuals. If we sin and we realized and we are so sorry of committing them and promise not to commit them again, and out of that we became better people and we became wiser, then that did not break us. In fact, that made us complete. That made us a better person. So, no matter what mistakes you do, and no matter what mistakes you did in your life, no matter what sins you had committed, never think of yourself as broken, because those things are the one that is completing you. That those things must motivate you so that you can stop wasting your life, because you realize that you were saved. You know that you have potentials and you have a great past with you that you can bring to your present and to your future. So I guess the fifth one, you are not broken, is being said to me and to you, because we know that we are not broken. Yes, we're sinners, we're failures. Let's accept the fact. But we must learn from those, and we must be sorry for those. And let's just make sure that we learn from them and we will not be committing them again, because those are the things that will complete us and that will actually fuel our passion and our desire to be better individuals. So with that, I hope that you've learned something, and for those who viewed and finished this video, thank you very much. And for all of you who are not subscribed yet, please subscribe to my channel, and I hope that I was able to share something. Again, I am nobody, I am not a celebrity, I'm not even good looking, but what is important is not the packaging, but what you've learned today. Thank you very much, and I hope you have a great day. Stay safe, and may the Lord bless you, and may the Lord keep you, and may the Lord bless you abundantly, and may you always stay within the love of the Lord. And with that, this is your host for Single Mind, and thank you very much for listening, and until the next video. Happy Easter!